doing a TikTok live, and daggum TikTok. So the topic this morning was gonna be: are we spending too much time on our phones, and are our children seeing too much of the back of our phones and not enough of our faces? And I was tying that to teaching our boys and our young men how to be useful and actually do stuff and build stuff, versus just being really good at the computer machines and doing the bleep bloops and the whatevers and the blah blah blahs on the computer machines. And I get it. I totally get it. You know, pot calling the kettle black, because here I am on social media talking about how social media is ruining everything. I get it. Totally get it. But am I the problem for creating the content, or are you the problem for consuming it? And let's just put it this way: the consumer drives the market. So if you're going to consume it, it's going to get made. But I'm changing the topic. The reason I'm changing the topic is because we're going to go a little bit of conspiracy theory rabbit hole here. And I'm going to talk about, what are we doing to ourselves? How deeply are we allowing our tech to monitor, eavesdrop, control, manipulate, and whatever other word you want to think of? So, and here's what brought this up. A couple of days ago, I went live on TikTok. Now, clearly, I'm using a hands-free setup, and basically, as I'm looking down the interstate, watching where I'm going, driving to work, sipping on coffee like freaking everybody does, I'm sitting here talking to myself, and hopefully you guys are listening to me at some point in the future. Now, per the law, I'm legal. I'm doing everything within the legal parameters of the law. But twice now, doing basically exactly what I'm doing right now, talking on this here camera, I tapped the TikTok live button because being new to this whole social media jazz, I'm still trying to figure out the, like, hey, if you go live 30 times this month, then we're gonna give you more access to do more things. And you know, it's like they're metering out all of these options. You know, and it probably is geared to dummies like me. They're like, ooh, I'm gonna become Mr. Beast and get rich, and knowing it's never really gonna happen. But they're like, we'll give you a little bit more, we'll give you a little bit more, we'll give you the next tool, we'll give you the next tool, we'll give you the next tool. So they're manipulating me to elect to go live versus to make a video, edit the video, post the video, and then hope it gets views. And then, you know, instead they're like, hey, we'll give you a, you know, super button if you go live 30 more times. Great, fine, terrific, whatever. Like, all right, I'm gonna try it. Okay, so I've got this long commute, and I'm like, well, hey, I got this long commute. It'd be a perfect time to go live, because I can just sit here and talk to myself, and people can pop on and listen or not. Twice, 2 out of 2 times, my live access has been restricted, and there's this whole freaking string of details and who's and why's and what's as to why they did it. They don't really specify, you know, and it's like dangerous activity or dangerous challenge, and I'm like, what? For one, who is TikTok to decide what is and isn't dangerous? And then if that's the case, TikTok should ban live access literally completely, because there is literally nothing that doesn't have some sort of an element of danger. I mean, you know, you're sitting in your chair at home, your house could still catch on fire. That would be dangerous. I know that's ridiculous, but my guess is that TikTok recognized that in the background, this vehicle is moving, and they're like, no, that's dangerous. You know, you're going live while you're driving. How much access have I given the admins at TikTok to my life, to where that they have the ability to, while I'm doing a live broadcast, they can tell that I'm doing something that they think is dangerous and cut me off. Now, for years, we have known that our phones are listening to us. For years, we have known that our phones are tracking us. For years, we have known that for those of you, not me because I don't, but those of you that are criminals, you have known that any and everything you do on your phone can help the police find you guilty of whatever crime it is you committed. And we all do it because every single app in our lives is, the very first thing we do is skip the part where you're supposed to read the terms and conditions, that says, hey, I am effectively giving TikTok, Google, Facebook, and whichever other app you want to think of the rights and the access to do and or track any and everything that they want at all times, no matter what, with no limitations. And I mean, it's gotten to the point where if you want to ensure that you are free from your phone, you're gonna need to take your dang phone, stick it in a Faraday cage, and leave. And you're also gonna need to go and buy like a 1978 square body Ford or square body Chevrolet and drive it wherever it is you want to go, because anything else, they're tracking your vehicle wherever it's going. Now, square body pickups aren't the only ones. I mean, you can go out and get a 79 to an 80. Well, I can't remember. I'm gonna screw this one up. So let me redact that. You can go out and get yourself a Nova, a Chevelle, Mustangs. Yeah, that'd be a respectable one. You could get yourself a Camaro. Not super crazy about Camaros. Not a Corvette. No, Corvettes, they ride horrible. Old square body, well, it wouldn't be a Ram, it'd be a Dodge. But basically, any vehicle made before, I don't know, maybe as late as 2000, you could get away with. After 2000, they're probably tracking them pretty effectively. And and that, I mean, it's kind of pathetic. We are so stuck. We are so manipulated. We are so controlled by our devices that even if you leave your devices at home and drive your vehicle that has navigation, whoever they are still gonna know where you at, and probably through the audio system in your vehicle, if it ain't an old Nova or an old square body, they gonna know what you're talking about. They gonna know what you're saying. So that's my tirade this morning. Are we okay with? And the answer effectively is yes. We have accepted that the government, the whoever they are, whatever you want to call it, they are tracking us. They are paying attention to what we are doing all of the time. I mean, not to get crude, but if you charge your phone in your bedroom and you have a normal, proper marriage, the whoever they are probably knows how normal and proper, or how often and normal your marriage is, if you understand what I'm saying. So your phone is tracking you, and you have just accepted that you're okay with it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's grimy out today. Well, I guess that's all I got. I'm not gonna change topics. Alright, y'all, did a short one this morning, I guess. They're watching you, whoever they are, they're watching you. Be mindful of it. But maybe not, because what's the point? Y'all be safe.